sexual practices in Eritrea and the ways of their marriage. Eritrea is a country in the Horn of Africa region of Eastern Africa, with its capital and largest city being Asmara. It is bordered by Ethiopia in the South Sudan in the west and Djibouti in the southeast, the northeastern and eastern parts of. Eritrea have an extensive coastline along the Red Sea. The country has a population of approximately 3.5 million. The country has a total area of approximately 117600 kilometers square or 455,406 square miles, and includes the Dahlak archipelago and several of the Hanish Islands. The major languages spoken are Tigrinya, Arabic, English, amongst others. The Eritrean currency is Eritrean Nakfa. The country has a hot and dry desert climate with mild climate in the highlands. Eritrean rich cultural heritage influenced is by African, Arab, and Italian traditions, traditional clothing, music, and dance. Delicious cuisine, including injera tisabi and shahan ful. The sexual practices in Eritrea are influenced by the country's cultural, social, and religious norms. Here are some general insights. 1. Prostitution. Prostitution in Eritrea is legal and regulated. Official figures state there are around 2,000 prostitutes in the country who are not allowed to operate near schools, hospitals, and churches. According to the 2009 Human Rights Report, security forces occasionally follow women engaged in prostitution and arrest those who had spent the night with a foreigner. Some women enter prostitution due to poverty. Prostitutes are known locally as shamuta in Arabic or emenzerma and meme in Tigrinya. There are different types of prostitution in Eritrea, such as streetwalkers. These prostitutes work mainly at night, seeking clients on the street. Home-based prostitutes. These prostitutes receive clients in their homes. Bar owners. These practice prostitution as an additional source of income. In the bars they own. Bar ladies. They seek clients in the bars they work in. They may or may not be paid by the bar owners. Small drinking house prostitutes. They work in local drinking houses or tea rooms and use prostitution to supplement their income. Brothels. There are a number of brothels, which are usually also drinking houses, called girls. In recent time, with the emergence of cell phones, called girls now operate in the country. 2. Polygamy. Polygamy, or the practice of having multiple spouses, is permitted in Eritrea under certain circumstances. Polygyny is the most common form of polygamy in Eritrea, where a man marries multiple women. Polyandry is a rare form of polygamy in Eritrea, where a woman marries multiple men. According to the Eritrean government's 2010 census, about 11% of married men in Eritrea have more than one wife. Polygamy is permitted under Islamic law, which is applicable to Muslims in Eritrea. The Eritrean Civil Code permits polygamy, but requires that the husband obtain the consent of his existing wife or wives before marrying another woman. Polygamy is deeply rooted in Eritrean culture, particularly among Muslim communities. Polygamy can provide economic benefits such as additional household income and shared domestic responsibilities. Polygamy can help to strengthen social bonds and provide support for widows and orphans. Culturally, polygamy is seen as a way to preserve cultural traditions and Islamic values. 3. Virginity and chastity. Virginity and chastity are highly valued in Eritrean culture, particularly for women. A woman's virginity is often seen as a reflection of her family's honor and reputation. Virginity is often a prerequisite for marriage, and women who are not virgins may face difficulties finding a husband. Chastity is seen as a virtue, and women who maintain their chastity are often respected and admired. In some communities, female genital examinations are performed to verify a woman's virginity. Some families may require a woman to undergo virginity testing before marriage. This emphasis on virginity and chastity can perpetuate gender inequality and reinforce patriarchal attitudes. Women who are not virgins may be more vulnerable to sexual violence and harassment. To ensure virginity and chastity, women and girls are educated about their rights and the importance of keeping their virginity. 4. Female genital mutilation. Female genital mutilation (FGM) is a deeply rooted tradition in some Eritrean communities, particularly among certain ethnic groups. However, the practice is declining due to government efforts, awareness raising campaigns, and education. According to UNICEF 2019, the prevalence of FGM in Eritrea is 83%, among women aged 45 to 49 65%, among women aged 25 to 29 35%, among women aged 15 to 19. The most common types of FGM practiced in Eritrea are clitoridectomy, removal of the clitoris, excision, removal of the clitoris and labia minora. Eritrea cultural heritage and marriage practices vary across different ethnic and religious. Here are some common ways of marriage in Eritrea. 1. Arranged marriage. Arranged marriage is a common practice in many cultures, including Eritrea. Here are some types of arranged marriages. Family arranged marriages. Family arranged marriage. Families choose a partner for their son or daughter, often based on factors like social status, education, and family background. Community arranged marriage. Community leaders or elders arrange marriages between families, often to strengthen social ties or resolve conflicts. Before the arranged marriage takes place, families discuss potential partners for their son or daughter. A matchmaker or family member identifies as suitable partner. The couple meets, often with family members present. The couple becomes engaged and wedding preparations begin. Arranged marriages can strengthen family ties and unity. Arranged marriages can promote social stability and reduce conflict. Arranged marriages can provide economic security for the couple. The couple may not have a say in the choice of partner. The couple may face cultural pressure to conform to traditional expectations. Arranged marriages can lead to conflict if the couple is not compatible to traditional marriage. In Eritrea, traditional marriage in Eritrea varies depending on the ethnic group and region. In the pre-marriage practice, families often arrange marriages for their children, taking into account factors such as social status, family background, and economic stability. Bride price negotiation. The groom's family negotiates the bride price with the bride's family. The engagement ceremony involves the exchange of gifts such as jewelry, clothing, and livestock. Some traditional marriage ceremonies include Tigrinya traditional marriage. The Tigrinya traditional marriage ceremony involves the exchange of vows, the sharing of food and drink, and the performance of traditional music and dance. Tigra traditional marriage. The Tigra traditional marriage. The Tigra traditional marriage ceremony involves the exchange of gifts, the sharing of food and drink, and the performance of traditional music and dance. Saho traditional marriage. The Saho traditional marriage ceremony involves the exchange of vows, the sharing of food and drink, and the performance of traditional music and dance. The post-marriage practice involves honeymoon. The newlyweds often spend a few days in seclusion, enjoying each other's company. Post-marriage celebrations. The post-marriage celebrations involve the sharing of food and drink, music, and dance. Family integration. The newlyweds are often integrated into each other's families, with the bride moving to the groom's family home. 3. Religious marriage in Eritrea. Eritrea is a multi-religious country with a significant number of Christians and Muslims. Religious marriages are recognized and respected in Eritrea. Types of religious marriages are Christian marriage. Christian marriages are performed in churches, and the ceremony is usually conducted by a priest or pastor. Islamic marriage. Islamic marriages are performed according to Islamic law, and the ceremony is usually conducted by an imam. Orthodox marriage. Orthodox marriages are performed in Orthodox churches, and the ceremony is usually conducted by a priest. The requirements for religious marriage are age. The minimum age for marriage is 18 years for both men and women. Consent. Both parties must give their consent to the marriage. Witnesses. 2 witnesses are required to attest to the marriage certificate. A marriage certificate is issued by the relevant religious authority. The Christian ceremony involves the exchange of vows, the exchange of rings, and a blessing from the priest or pastor. The Islamic ceremony involves the recitation of the Quran, the exchange of vows, and the payment of the bride price mahr. The Orthodox ceremony involves the exchange of vows, the exchange of rings, and a blessing from the priest for civil marriage. In Eritrea, civil marriage is a legal marriage ceremony performed by a government official without any religious affiliation. In Eritrea, civil marriage is recognized and governed by the country's civil code. The minimum age for marriage is 18 years for both men and women. Both parties must give their consent to the marriage. Both parties must provide valid identity documents such as national ID cards or passports. 2 witnesses are required to attest to the marriage. A marriage license must be obtained from the relevant government office. The ceremony is performed by a government official, such as a judge or a registrar. The couple must declare their intention to marry and confirm that they are free to marry. The couple exchanges vows and rings. The couple signs the marriage certificate and other relevant documents. Civil marriage is recognized by law and provides legal rights and protections for the couple. Civil marriage promotes equality between partners, as it is a secular ceremony that does not require any religious affiliation. Civil marriage ceremonies can be tailored to the couple's preferences and can be performed in a variety of locations. In conclusion, it is essential to note that these sexual practices and marriages may vary. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more.